Have you ever felt like someone silently keeps thinking about you? As if your presence still echoes in that person's thoughts, even though they've never said it out loud? Today, the angels asked me to deliver a special message to you. A truth that this person couldn't express in the past, but that continues to resonate within them. And believe me, what remains unsaid still weighs heavily and deeply on their heart. This person, they watch you from afar, even if you don't notice. In the most unexpected moments, your name surfaces in their thoughts like a whisper from the soul. It can happen while they're listening to music, seeing something that reminds them of you, or even in the quietest moments of the night when everything settles, except the memory of you. The angels reveal that there was an opportunity. A moment when they could have spoken up, reached out, shown how much you meant, and still mean to them. But out of fear, pride, or simply internal confusion, they remained silent. And that silence turned into a burden. A regret that grows every time they realize that time has passed, and that it may have been too late. You touched this person in a rare way. It wasn't just attraction. It was soul recognition. And they know this now, more than ever. They understand that you saw parts of them that they didn't even know how to name. They realize that, next to you, they could have experienced something real. But the truth is, they didn't know how to handle the intensity. And now they replay in their thoughts everything they wish they had said, each unspoken word echoing like an unfinished symphony. If you've been feeling this energy, this presence, it's not a coincidence. The angels show that there is a spiritual bond between you. A connection that, despite the time and distance, has not been broken. And at this very moment, this person is being visited by memories that both hurt and heal at the same time. She wonders how you are. If you still think about her. If there's a chance for reconnection. But what troubles her the most is the fact that she didn't speak up when she had the chance. Deep down, she feels that you deserve to hear it all. You deserve to know how special you were, and still are. And the angels show me something even deeper. This silence wasn't just about you. It was about her. About the emotional blocks she has carried long before she met you. About the wounds that made her believe that showing feelings is a weakness. That loving intensely means exposing herself too much. But your presence broke that pattern. You were like an unexpected light on a dark path. And that's why she ran away. Because she wasn't ready to be seen so closely. Now, however, this flight comes at a price. The regret of not having said what she felt. The pain of imagining that maybe you've moved on without ever knowing the truth. And the growing desire to fix what was left behind. She also feels fear. Fear of not being remembered by you. Fear that her silence may have hurt more than she realized. And at the same time, there's a thread of hope. The hope that maybe, just maybe, your heart is still open. That you can feel deep in your soul that this bond hasn't broken. The angels say that this connection is spiritual. And connections like this don't just end because words weren't spoken. They remain alive, pulsing between worlds, between thoughts, between dreams. This person has been dreaming of you. In intense, symbolic dreams, where everything she can't express in words overflows in images, gestures, and emotions. And upon waking, she feels a deep longing. She misses not just you, but who she was when she was by your side. More alive, more authentic, more connected to what truly matters. Even if it seems like everything is lost, the angels reveal, there is a cycle closing so that another can open. Sometimes, someone's silence is not indifference. It's protection. It's a soul trying to heal to deserve the love it wishes to experience. Get ready. What's coming in the next parts will reveal intentions, decisions, and transformations that are about to happen, and that could forever change the course of this story. Did you know that even when a connection seems to have ended, it might just be transforming? The angels are whispering now that this story is far from over. On the contrary, this person, who once fell silent, is starting to open up internally. And even if this hasn't been directly expressed to you yet, there are movements happening behind the scenes of their heart. In the past few weeks, something has changed. They began to feel your absence in a different way. Before, they could pretend that they didn't think about you much. Today, that has become impossible. Because now, when they look back at the days that have passed, they realize how much you were part of their emotional routine. Every little memory of you comes loaded with emotion. And what scares this person the most isn't the longing itself, but the intensity with which they feel still connected to you. The angels show that they have been mentally reliving the moments you shared together. The conversations. The glances. That rare feeling of being understood, something they don't easily find in others. And the more they try to move on, the more they realize there is a space inside them that only you fill. And there's something even deeper. A recent trigger has awakened this feeling in them with full force. It could have been a song, a conversation with someone, or even a vivid dream where you appeared. But what matters is the impact. It was as if their heart had been reactivated. Now, this person is starting to feel an almost physical need to resolve what was left unresolved. To say the things that have been left unspoken. To find a way to get closer, even without knowing exactly how. But there is still fear. She wonders if you would forgive her. If you would still hold some space in your heart for her. And this doubt consumes her more than any previous silence ever did. The angels also show me that, in this process, she has been seeking spiritual guidance. Whether through prayers, readings, or even messages like the one that is now reaching you. Because she wants an answer. A sign. A point of light to encourage her to take the first step. And you, how have you been feeling about all this? If your heart has been restless, if you've been feeling a sense of longing seemingly without reason, know this, it is part of the energetic connection between you. The angels reveal that there is a soul bond in action. And that bond is vibrating stronger than ever. This person thinks about you more often than she can admit. And most importantly, she feels regret, not only for what she didn't say but also for the actions that may have pushed you away. For the lack of courage. For the delay in recognizing what you both had. Now within her, there is a battle between pride and the sincere desire to reconnect. One part wants to protect her ego. The other simply wants to run to you, drop her defenses, and say, "Forgive me. I didn't know it was love. But now I know." Even though there may still be distance or silence between you, the angels affirm, this person is preparing herself. There is a movement happening. Internally, she is softening her heart. And when you least expect it, you may feel, or even see, this reunion manifest. And the angels are asking you to trust this process. Her silence is not the end. It's a pause. A sacred interval where her heart is reorganizing itself for something greater. And your energy, strong, sensitive, and true, continues to be the beacon that guides her soul amid the whirlwind of emotions. So stay at peace. Take care of yourself. Allow yourself to keep shining with your unique light, because it inspires her too, even from a distance. She feels your vibration. She senses your essence. And this connection, still alive, is what is preparing the ground for a reunion that goes far beyond the physical, a reunion of souls. In the next part, you will understand what is to come, and why all of this is happening now. The angels are now revealing something that could completely change the way you see this story. This person is not just thinking about you, she has started making plans. Yes, plans. In silence. Without fanfare. Without promises. But with a racing heart and thoughts increasingly focused on a possible reunion. Because finally, she is starting to accept that she can no longer run from what she feels. And the most surprising part? This transformation has not been sudden. It has been built step by step, as if the universe has been quietly organizing everything behind the scenes, including her feelings. Every doubt, every memory, every emotion that seemed confusing, is now aligning. She has started to realize that what she felt was not just longing. It was love. A love she tried to deny. That she tried to bury beneath distractions, silences, excuses. But it persisted. It stayed. And now it demands to be lived. The angels say that this process has been intensified by something recent that deeply affected her. It may have been a loss, a life change, or even a revealing conversation with someone that made her reflect. But the fact is that suddenly, everything she had been putting off is coming to the surface. In this awakening, she began to remember you with even more clarity. Not just the beautiful moments, but the deep conversations, the way you made her feel valued, safe, and alive. And this memory is stirring every part of her being. She started to wonder, what if I try again? What if there's a chance to reconnect? What if it's you, the person I've searched for in so many faces, without finding? The angels are showing that this questioning is creating a strong energetic movement. And even if you don't see it yet, something is being prepared. Because when the heart aligns with the truth, the universe conspires. This person no longer finds meaning in staying silent. She wants, even if she's scared, to find a way to get closer. And even though this reunion doesn't have a date yet, it is already being dreamed of, desired. And energetically, it is closer than you think. Now you might be wondering, but does she really have the courage? Will she take action? Because what the angels reveal is that, yes, she wants to act. But she still needs courage. Courage to face not only your gaze but the reflection of everything she left behind while being with you. She fears that you have moved on. That time has erased what you both experienced. And even if she tries to convince herself that everything is fine, inside, what she feels is a calling, a nearly desperate desire to rewrite this story with more truth, more maturity, more presence. And that's why now, the angels are asking you to prepare. Because when she comes, and the signs have already started to appear, it will be in a different way. It will be with more commitment. With words that you may have longed to hear for a long time. But the angels also warn you, when this moment arrives, it will be important for you to have a peaceful heart. To have healed what hurt you. To be ready to listen, but also to decide if this reunion still makes sense for you. Nothing will be imposed. No true love arises from obligation. It flourishes from the mutual choice to grow, to reconnect, to do things differently. And it is exactly this possibility that is approaching. So, take a deep breath. What is coming is not just a message of reconciliation. It's an invitation from the universe for you to look within, to listen to your intuition, and to decide, are you ready for this love? In the next part, we will talk about the signs that will begin to emerge, and how you can recognize them clearly, so you don't miss what destiny has prepared for you. The angels now want you to pay attention, because the signs from the universe have already started to manifest. This person who still harbors feelings for you, even if silently, is beginning to emit visible signs. And if you're attentive, you'll notice, nothing happening right now is by chance. Maybe you've noticed something different in the last few days. A dream that keeps repeating. A name that appeared unexpectedly. A song, a scent, a phrase that made you remember her with an inexplicable intensity. These are signs. Subtle calls that the universe uses to prepare your heart for what's to come. The angels say that her heart is so full of unspoken emotions that these energies have begun to overflow into the spiritual realm. And when this happens, the communication between souls intensifies. That's why you may be feeling her presence more strongly, even without any physical contact. But that's not all. This person is also looking for discreet ways to reconnect. She might like one of your posts, send a seemingly casual message, or comment on something that only the two of you would understand. And even if these gestures seem small, they hold deep significance. They are attempts to break the silence without exposing too much. The angels say, don't ignore the details. Because it is in the small gestures that the great transformations begin. Even if you're still unsure how to react, know that your energy field also sends responses. When you think of her with affection, when you internally forgive, when you wish her well, everything reaches her. All of this warms the path for a reunion to happen in a lighter and more authentic way. This is a sensitive moment. A turning point. And the angels are emphasizing, you don't have to force anything. Just be present, receptive, open to what your intuition shows you. Because, yes, something is being spiritually prepared between you two. And this something has a greater purpose: to heal what was left unresolved, to allow both of you to grow, and perhaps, to choose a new beginning. The angels also indicate that, at this moment, she is being tested emotionally and spiritually. There's an intense internal conflict between the desire to act and the fear of exposing herself. She recalls moments, weighs decisions, rehearses messages she never sends. All of this because there is a real deep feeling, but still surrounded by insecurities. You might think she is distant out of disinterest, but the truth is the opposite. The feeling is so strong that it paralyzes her. And that's why the universe is intervening, creating unexpected encounters, coincidences that catch attention, vivid dreams that seem more real than reality itself. These signs aren't just around you. They are also surrounding her. The angels have shown situations that awaken her awareness, making her realize she can no longer ignore this connection. You might notice an increase in synchronicity, repeated numbers, names, messages arriving at precise moments, memories surfacing out of nowhere. None of this is coincidence. These are divine nudges to remind you that something greater is unfolding. In this spiritual movement, your energy is also essential. The way you navigate this phase directly influences the vibration of what is to come. That's why the angels ask, keep your frequency high. Surround yourself with love, faith, and self-care. Because the more aligned you are with your center, the clearer you'll be in recognizing what is true, and what deserves a place in your heart. Spirituality is preparing you. Something sacred is being rebuilt. And this reconstruction can bring forth an even more beautiful, mature, and conscious love. But for that to happen, it requires sensitivity to see the signs, and courage not to shut yourself off from what is coming. In the next and final chapter of this angelic message, you will understand why this story still holds a special role in your journey, and what the next step the universe may present to both of you is. We have reached the last part of this journey of angelic revelations, and what the angels have to say to you now could be a turning point on your path. This story, which so many times seemed lost, interrupted, or even impossible, still carries a spiritual purpose. Nothing you have experienced was in vain. And the angels want you to know, the destiny is still in motion. There is a reason why, even after so much time or distance, this connection continues to pulse in your heart. It's because something is unfinished. Something that needs to be understood, perhaps healed, or even lived in a new way. The angels reveal that this person was placed in your life for a reason much greater than you think. They were, and still are, a mirror. A reflection of your pains, your fears, but also of your capacity to love, to forgive, to surrender. This connection has profoundly affected you. It showed you how much you can feel, how sensitive, intuitive, and powerful you are. And no matter how much silence, distance, or hurt there has been, something inside you knows, it's not over yet. But now, the angels reveal something very important. The next step, the reunion, the conversation, the reconnection, can indeed happen. But it depends on a delicate balance between what she is ready to offer, and what you are ready to receive. You don't need to wait or chase after it. What is true always finds a way. But the angels ask that you approach this with a clear heart, free of illusions, open only to what is reciprocal, genuine, and aligned with your peace. This person feels, thinks, remembers, regrets, and wants to get closer. But they also need to face their own shadows, and you are not here to save them. You are here to be the light and to consciously choose what you want to live. The spiritual mission between you may be just beginning, or it may have fulfilled its cycle. And this is where your free will comes into play. You can accept a new beginning, with more maturity, truth, and love. Or you can continue on your path knowing that you gave your best and that something even greater awaits you ahead. In one way or another, the angels celebrate your courage. They say you have grown, that you are stronger, that now more than ever, you deserve a love that comes wholly and stays. And if it's this person, they will come. With truth, with presence, with intention. And you will know. Because the heart recognizes when it is love, and when it is time to say yes. That's why the angels ask you, stay steadfast on your journey. Don't lose yourself in expectations, but also don't close the doors of your heart. The balance lies in welcoming whatever comes with wisdom, without clinging to what has passed, nor losing yourself in what has yet to happen. They say you are entering a new cycle. A time of revelations, emotional truths, and reunions, not just with this person, but especially with yourself. And this inner reunion is the most important of all. When you align with who you truly are, with your essence, with your light, everything around you begins to align as well. The right people come into your life. The answers appear. What is false dissolves. What is real remains. This person feels the call. They sense the urgency. And the angels show that they will be touched by unexpected courage. Something will happen that will propel them to move, to act, to speak. It could be a dream, a conversation, a sign, but it will be enough to awaken them from hesitation. And when that happens, it's essential that you are ready. Ready to listen, to feel, to decide. Because the universe may open doors, but it's you who chooses to walk through them. You can indeed experience this reunion. You can truly live this love more fully, more authentically. But only if it is light, if it is mutual, if it helps you grow. And if the universe is merely using this connection as a bridge to something even greater, know this: nothing you felt was in vain. Every emotion was real. Every tear, every shiver, every dream. They brought you here. They prepared you for a new time. The angels conclude this message with a certainty: you are not alone. You never were. And you never will be. What is yours will find its way to you. And when it arrives, it will be at the right time, in the right way, with the right intensity. Now, take a deep breath. Be grateful for having made it this far. Trust. The universe has heard what you feel in silence. And the angels are already taking care of the details. This is the moment to prepare. Because love is on the way.